Sometimes you fall for someone who has already fallen for someone else and you find yourself smack dab in the middle of a love triangle. Now imagine all three of you are famous and the tabloids find any reason to write about said love triangle, making it an even pointier love triangle than it was to begin with. Well, we're here to give you a rundown of all those celeb love triangles that you may have forgotten about right here on Listed. When I was a tween, I told myself that love triangles were so relatable, as if I could get one person to have a crush on me, much less two. Delving back into these love triangles has us feeling some type of way, so let's just jump right into it. First on our list is such an oldie, but maybe our favorite: Erin Carter, Hilary Duff, and Lindsay Lohan. Erin and Hilary were absolutely adorable in his appearance on Lizzie McGuire, and tons of tween girls, including myself, shipped them to the ends of the earth. Erin told this story best, saying, quote, "I started dating Hilary on my 13th birthday. I was dating her for like a year and a half, and then I just got a little bored, so I went and started getting to know Lindsay, dating Lindsay. But as any good love triangle goes, he then broke up with Lohan and returned to Duff, but only for about a minute, because he probably just got bored again. Teenagers, am I right?" Next up is Naya Rivera, Big Sean, and Ariana Grande. Sure, Ari is happily engaged to Pete Davidson now, but before him, before Mac Miller, there was Big Sean. When he and Ariana started collaborating on a song for her album, he was engaged to Glee star Naya Rivera. In Naya's memoir, Sorry Not Sorry, she revealed that she walked in on someone whose name, quote, rhymes with Shmariana Schmonday, hanging out on her fiance's couch. And while that's not cheating, it probably didn't feel good when Sean and Ariana became an item right after Naya and him called it quits. Third on our list is a duo that continued to feud long after this love triangle, none other than John Mayer, Taylor Swift, and Katy Perry. Taylor and John dated first in 2009, and after things ended in early 2010, she wrote a heartbreaking song that got me through many a breakup, aptly titled Dear John. Very coy, Taylor. Not long after, in 2012, Katy and John started dating and were on and off for a year and a half. I'm sure the fact that both girls dated John had something to do with their first argument that was supposedly only over some backup dancers. Coming up next was the shocking revelation between JayZ, Beyonce, and Becky. When Bey dropped Lemonade, the world stopped to listen, and they were shocked when she confirmed those rumors that JayZ had in fact cheated on the Queen. The line from her song Sorry that reads, quote, "He better call Becky with the good hair," is still iconic to this day. Obviously, fans went nuts trying to figure out who the heck Becky was. The Beehive ended up pointing fingers at designer Rachel Roy because she used "good hair don't care" in an Instagram caption. Of course, she denied her involvement, and now the world may never know who Becky even is. Speaking of Becky, though, next up we have Becky from Tumblr, Taylor Swift. Shout out to you if you get that reference. Anyway, her most famous love triangle was with Joe Jonas and Camilla Belle. Taylor Swift appeared on Ellen and revealed that Joe Jonas broke up with her in a 27-second phone call. Joe responded on his MySpace page, which is such a 2008 sentence, I can't even handle it. Anyway, he said, quote, "Phone calls can only last as long as the person on the other end of the line is willing to talk." Then Taylor continued to reveal to Us Weekly that he ended things so that he could date actress Camilla Belle. It prompted one of Taylor's more controversial songs to date, called Better Than Revenge, which features the lyrics, quote, "She's not a saint and she's not what you think, she's an actress. She's better known for the things that she does on the mattress." And even though Taylor addressed how problematic that song was back in 2014, that didn't stop Camilla from chiming in when Katy Perry shadily tweeted about Taylor being hypocritical about pitting women against each other. Camilla said, quote, "Couldn't have said it better." Now this one isn't really a love triangle as much as it's a love square. Tyga and Blac Chyna began dating in 2011 and had a son together before splitting up in 2014. After their breakup, they both set their sights on the Kar-Jenner fam. Tyga and Kylie got together presumably in 2014, and Chyna first started seeing Kylie's brother Rob in 2015. Then November of 2016, Blac Chyna gave birth to their daughter Dream. So to put this in layman's terms, Kylie was the aunt of her boyfriend's ex-girlfriend's child, which is high-key convoluted, as was the situation itself. Luckily, both Rob and Kylie have moved on from those relationships, so now Kylie is just the aunt of her ex-boyfriend's ex-girlfriend's child. Before there was The Hills, there was Laguna Beach, and a major plot line of LB was the infamous love triangle between Kristin Cavallari, her boyfriend at the time, Stephen Colletti, and his friend, who he had a flirtationship with, Lauren Conrad. It had fans everywhere divided between Stephen and Kristin versus Stephen and LC. Years later, Cavallari revealed in her book, quote, "One of the most hurtful things they did was pressure Stephen to spend time with another girl from the show, Lauren, while he and I were dating. It certainly provided some juicy conflicts, but it also affected me deep. I felt threatened. On one side, it seemed like the producers were trying to break us up. On the other side, I was worried that my relationship with Steven was becoming less stable, even though I knew if we hadn't been on television, he wouldn't have been spending time with another girl. Recently, Nick Jonas and Demi Lovato took a ride on James Corden's Carpool Karaoke, and the topic of Nick's love life came up. Demi was quick to reveal some things.
Nick, you're dating seemingly everyone.
Yep.
And then who else?
Miley. And then
Miley
back with
Cyrus.
Selena.
Thank you, Demi.
But
And then back with Miley.
Thank you.
Is that what happened?
No.
Is that how it went down?
Lies!
Which brings us to our next famous love triangle. Media outlets reported on Miley and Selena's feud like nobody's business. And who could forget the video of Selena and Demi that Miley and Mandy made a parody of? Here's a little reminder because it's still one of the most iconic things from my childhood. Although Selena did address the rift between her and Cyrus in an interview with W Magazine, saying, "We never feuded, we both liked the same guy when we were 16. Well, that settles it then. Up next, everyone thought the most iconic love triangle Kristen Stewart could have been involved in was with her character Bella on Twilight. Team Jacob and Team Edward divided a nation. However, when she actually began dating Robert Pattinson, things took a turn. She was actually caught cheating on him with her Snow White and the Huntsman director Rupert Sanders, who was married. It was big news, and the couples did try and work things out, but by the next year, Sanders' wife filed for divorce and Pattinson moved out of Kristen's home. It's tough to forget this next one because it involves a physical altercation between two people that we never thought would fight: Orlando Bloom and Justin Bieber. For backstory, Orlando Bloom was married to Miranda Kerr. Justin Bieber was reportedly caught flirting with Miranda Kerr and giving her kisses on the cheek after the 2012 Victoria's Secret fashion show. To make matters worse, Orlando was photographed hanging out with Justin Bieber's on-again, off-again girlfriend at the time, Selena Gomez. Then Orlando Bloom punched Justin Bieber in the face at a restaurant in Ibiza. To top it off, Justin posted and quickly deleted a photo of Miranda Kerr on his Instagram account. It was an exciting time to be alive. The Vampire Diaries stars Ian Somerhalder and Nina Dobrev dated for 3 years before ultimately breaking up mid-2013. While they were still a little on, a little off, there were reports that Ian had his sights set on a different vampire, Nikki Reed from the Twilight series. A side note here, at the same time Ian started dating Nikki, Nina started dating Dancing with the Stars' Derek Huff, who also dated Nikki in 2014. After only 6 months of dating, Ian and Nikki got engaged. Throughout this whirlwind relationship, of course, fans and the media were creating a narrative that these women were in a war with each other. When Nina's character was supposed to return to the Vampire Diaries as Ian's character's love interest, there were reports that both Nina and Nikki were concerned about it. But apparently, that was never the case. Ian posted a photo of all three of them and captioned it, quote, "After years of websites pretending that these two badass ladies knew each other well and baseless, false information of backstabbing and hatred from lowbrow websites filled the minds and hearts of fans. They finally were able to get together for their first real dinner. Let's stop spreading hate, everyone. There's already too much of that right now in our world. Join in on the love." This next love triangle was honestly the first of its kind. Every media outlet covered it, everybody was talking about it, and you couldn't escape learning all the details about it. Jennifer Aniston, Brad Pitt, and Angelina Jolie. It all started when Jennifer and Brad were married, the hottest Hollywood it couple of their time. They got married in 2000, but come May 2004, Brad met Angelina on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Reports immediately surfaced that they were having an affair, and the nickname Brangelina was born. 8 months after that, Jennifer filed for divorce, and it took 14 years, but Brad and Angelina ended up getting married. They also have 6 kids. They did end up filing for divorce just 2 years later, and just to keep you on your toes, apparently Brad and Jen are talking again, and fans deep down are hoping that the pair will reunite, making this the longest running love triangle on our list. So there you guys have it, 12 love triangles that you may have forgotten about. Which couple did you wish never ended? And were there any love trios that we missed? Let us know all your thoughts in the comments below or over on my Insta at Ava Gordy, and don't forget to subscribe. After that, click over here to see 10 surprising celeb couples that you forgot dated. And thanks so much for hanging with me here on Clevver News. I'm your host, Ava Gordy, and I'll see you guys next time.